Hello and welcome to Championship Predictions Game Week 37 in getting into the business end of the season now. So hope you enjoy this video and let's just get cracking. So the first game is Burnley against West Bromwich Albion, a big one in terms of the playoff race and the top two races. Burnley and Sheffield United both reeled a lead at the weekend due to them losing to Portsmouth. West Brom, however, under Tony Mowbray have really stepped up, and Mowbray knows what he's doing. They should get in the playoffs, I think, personally. But Burnley just can't stop conceding. They've only conceded one since Christmas. 10 goals justly conceded for Burnley this season. Form-wise, West Brom only losing to Blackburn recently, but I think that was a bit of a fluke result, to be honest. Drawing Millwall beating Oxford in their drawing with Leeds and beating QPR with just 3 shots. Burnley love a clean sheet. In this one, West Brom will want to draw. I'm going to go Burnley 0, West Brom 0 in this one because, Burnley love a clean sheet and West Brom seem to be the draw specialists of the league. So 0-0 is the correct result and I'm going for it. Next is an absolutely vital game at the bottom of the Sky Bet Championship where Cardiff City take on Luton Town. Luton losing 4-0 out to Burnley last time. Football says it was Plymouth. I know it's Luton because we've got selected the right team here in Luton. Injuries, no Naismith after he got sent off. Chong's still out till later this month, and same with Mengi, I think. But yeah, Cardiff losing 3 on the bounce, losing Plymouth, Burnley and Sunderland. No, not losing to Plymouth, drawing with Plymouth. This is a tight one to call this. I'm gonna go 2... No, I'm going to go 1-0 Cardiff. I think they'll scrape a win. Matt Blinfield's Luton horrible away from home. So yeah, Cardiff will beat Luton here by a goal to 0. Next is Frank Lampard heading back to Derby County. 2 managers heading back to Pride Park in the space of a few days in Frank Lampard and John Eustace. Well, John Eustace, bit of a mixture. Blackburn going back there. Yeah, with John. Yeah, you know what I mean. Derby, good win for them last time out over Blackburn Rovers. Coventry beating Stoke in the 90th minute. In 97th minute against Stoke against Mark Robbins. Coventry are on absolutely flying form. 5 on the bounce. QPR, Sheffield Wednesday, Preston, Oxford, Stoke, all in there. Derby just beating Blackburn recently. Eustace is be fired up for this, I reckon, but I don't think they're going to be. It won't be enough. I'm going to go Derby 1, Coventry 2. I just think Coventry's form at the moment is imperious, and they are really going to make a big push towards those playoff places. So yeah, Derby 1, Coventry 2. Next is a mini battle of the mid-table sides as Middlesbrough try to chase down those playoff places, take on Queen's Park Rangers. It might be, again, a bit too little too late for Middlesbrough to get in those playoff places soon, and they need to start winning games now. And what better opportunity to play QPR at home? You feel if they lose this, their playoff hopes will be gone. They will be gone, unfortunately, for Middlesbrough. Losing to Swansea last time out, being Derby before that, Carrick really under the cosh at Borough. QPR under Cifuentes has only beaten Derby 4-0 in that time at home. They've been awful since. And yeah, for a prediction on this one though, I mean, both sides have got incredible injuries. Middlesbrough always struggling with the injury side of the game. But for a prediction, I'm going to go 1-0 Middlesbrough. I think they'll scrape it like the Derby game. They'll just get the win and take over QPR and Cifuentes, whose team will be fine this season and not go down or up. Next is Norwich City against Sheffield Wednesday, 2 opposite ends of the spectrum from last weekend's results, as Sheffield Wednesday beat Plymouth by 3-0 at home park. As for Norwich, unluckily not beating Oxford in a 1-1, Gary Rowett favourite to draw. You'd back Norwich to get to winning ways here, or would you? Because Danny Rose, Sheffield Wednesday, really tough side to crack. Yeah, both are on the outsiders of the playoffs, aren't they? Both on 49 and one's on 48 points. Wednesday, Danny Rowe, incredible job. I think he will end up going to Southampton next season. They will get plus 100 points. This one's a tight one. It really is. I could see Sheffield Wednesday getting like a 2-1 or something, but I just can't see it. I'm going to go Norwich 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Norwich keeping them slim playoff hopes alive of theirs. And yeah, get revenge for not beating Oxford on Friday night. Next is Sunderland taking on Paul Heckingbottom's Preston. Interesting game this, because Sunderland probably do need to win this one because of their problems. Well, not problems, they don't have any issues, but to keep their top 2 hopes alive. Yes, they are 8 points off Sheffield United in second place and 8 points off Leeds United away from the top of the league. But they're in there, Sunderland, aren't they? They really are, and I could see them genuinely challenging with pull a good few results together. But they got to be beating sides like the Prestons, the Wednesdays, the Millwalls. Got to be beating those sides, and if you don't, you're not going to get top 2, are you? So yeah. This one, I'm backing just because I think Isidore will get a goal for Sunderland. I'm going to go 3... Do I go 3-1? I do go 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1 to Sunderland in this one to beat Preston. No Osmajic, no Watmo or anything for Preston. They're struggling with injuries. But yeah, Watford will beat Preston by 3-1. And then the final game on Tuesday night is where Sheffield United taking on Bristol City. This is a big game for the playoff race because Bristol City win, they could potentially go into the playoffs if West Brom falter. Yeah, Sheffield United need to win this for the top 2. 100%, but Chris Wilder, his team are well drilled, just like Scott Parker's, not as well drilled. They always seem to play okay in games. They're never quite amazing in games, Sheffield United, but Chris Wilder knows what he's doing. Very good manager for this level anyway, not for the Premier League. This one could be a tight one. Liam Manning's Bristol City, tough hard side to break down. Only drawing with Hull at the weekend, despite having like 20,000 shots or something like that. I'm gonna go 2-1 Sheffield United. I think it'd be narrow. I think Bristol City make it difficult, maybe get the equaliser. You can see it to being how that Ipswich Bristol City game was a year back or two, where it's 3-2 to Ipswich. So yeah, I think Sheffield United be over the line and get the result for a nice 2-1 home victory. Into Wednesday's games where Ruben Sellers' Hull take on Gary Rowett's Oxford United at the KCOM. Oh, it's not the KCOM, it's the MKM now, whatever you want to call that stadium. Gary Rowett getting what he wanted last game in a 1-1 draw. As for Hull City, João Pedro with that horror challenge, I have now seen it, is absolutely disgusting challenge. And getting somehow taking a point off Bristol City. They won't mind that though. Hull City gets them another point closer to safety. Big game at the bottom this. You were back Hull maybe, but then I could see Gary Outside getting a 1-1. And that is probably what I'm going to go for. Both 18th and 19th in the league. I'm going to go Hull 1, Oxford 1. And yeah, Hull will draw. And Ruben Sellers, and they'll get a draw in Oxford. Gary Rowett loves 1. A little bit of a rivalry then as Leeds United taking on Millwall in this one. Ellen Road Leeds, after having that blip against Portsmouth, will look to get back to winning ways. Joel Piru missing some absolute sitters in that game, but then Schmidt keeping them out. Alex Neil's side won here earlier in the year, back in the FA Cup, so they'll fancy their chances maybe do Millwall. You've got to be confident going to Ellen Road because you do get spanked quite often. Most Championship sides would. Unless you're in the Prem, and then you go and spank them because the gap's too big. Millwall getting a decent result away at Watford last time out. Yeah, Leeds only getting 1 point from the last 2 games, drawing West Brom and losing to Pompey. I think Leeds are going to have to change their goalkeeper if they're going up next season. But for a prediction, I'm going to get Leeds back to winning ways here. Leeds 3, Millwall 0, and they'll get back to winning ways with Daniel Farker. I think Piru will probably what they want, and Nonto, James, etc. So Leeds will win this by 3-0. Next is Portsmouth versus Plymouth at Fratton Park. Portsmouth beating Leeds last time out 1-0 at home. Is it going to be back-to-back home wins for Pompey at Fratton Park? It could be 3 on the bounce, 4 on the bounce at home because they beat Cardiff and QPR as well and beaten Leeds. So yeah, you back them to get 3 on the bounce here, Pompey. Plymouth, Mirror on Muslick, your away form has been absolutely dreadful. They've been dreadful recently. I thought they had a little bit of resurgence since when Muslick came and beating Liverpool and all that, giving City a game just before that. Yeah, Plymouth are really poor. Can't see them getting anything here. For a prediction, I am going to go Portsmouth 2, Plymouth 0. Be safe, Portsmouth, good side at home under John Massinio. And yeah, Portsmouth are going to be fine this season, aren't they? They really, really are. And it's good because we'll get South Coast Derby next year. Portsmouth 1, 2, Plymouth 0. Now, Watford take on Swansea in a bit of a mid-table clash here in the Championship. Watford in really, really poor form under Tom Cleverley. Apart from when they beat their local rivals, they drew with Stoke, lost to Millwall. They not good results. Swansea still got no manager, and will they bring Michael Duff back? Very much doubt that's going to happen. But I think they're trying to get Russell Martin back. Might work out. Middlesbrough. Beat Middlesbrough, drawn with Preston, beat Blackburn, then losing to Stoke on Wednesday. But this one's gonna be tight. I really can't separate these two sides. Only 5 points separating them in the league, in between 11th and 15th. This is you wouldn't want to watch this on a Wednesday night, I tell you that. And not many people will be. Prediction, I'm going to go 1-1. I am going to go 1-1. I'm just going to go safe, sound, sorted, I think, because this game's going to be terrible. And Watford, I've got nothing else to say. Watford 1, Swansea 1. Let's just move on to the final game of the match week. And then the final game of the match week is Valerian Ismail's Blackburn, after losing to Derby last time out, head to Mark Robbins and Stoke City. No doubt we'll get an empty bet 365 again the weekend from what we've seen all season, the past few seasons. So Stoke really unlucky to lose that game against Coventry in the 97th minute. Really did really well to get back in the game and then just let them, well, it just all capitulated after that, didn't it, really? They haven't won in 4. Really poor form. Blackburn, under the little resurgence under David Lowe, Valerian Ishbel, they've been terrible since he's come in. Drawing with Norwich in the last minute, they almost lost to Norwich and then losing to Derby under with John Eustace. Prediction on this one, it could be anything. I'm going to go 1-0 Blackburn. I think it'll be narrow Blackburn result, and they'll get the job done. Stoke 0, Blackburn 1. Thank you for watching this Championship predictions video for Game Week 37. I hope you did enjoy this predictions video. Don't forget to drop me a like, subscribe, and share with whoever you want. Yeah, thank you again, and we'll be back for Premier League predictions either later today or tomorrow. So yeah, thank you again for watching.